Greetings everyone and welcome to the setup episode for A Journeyman's Journey, the European edition. As you can see, we are setting things up today, obviously ready for the full release of the game a week from now. So as you can see, I've ticked pretty much all the boxes in Europe except a few exceptions, UK and Scandinavia. Those will be saved for a later date. And oh geez, that's going to be a slow game. But don't worry, over time we will add and remove leagues to make sure this speeds up a little bit, because that is painful to see. 2-star, and I'll spend a ton of money on my computer as well. Alright, now as you see on the screen, the first thing we have to do is set up our manager. Now as you can see, this is my default manager that I've used for my Southampton series, but instead, he's not very spiffy, is he? We're going to have to really jazz him up a little bit. Well, after all, we are playing throughout the entirety of Europe. We have to get noticed. Alright, so there you are, much better. I mean, he does look a little bit like a mid-level manager in a fast food restaurant, but you know what? It's okay. He's going to get noticed at job interviews. You're not going to forget that look. And naturally, we are going to start unemployed, of course. We're just going to go ahead and select these to none. You know, trying to make this game as realistic as we possibly can. Alright, so here we go. These are all the available jobs throughout Europe. Our goal naturally is going to be starting off at the very lowest level and trying to work our way up the footballing ladder to reach the pinnacle of European status. Obviously trying to become a legend somewhere in the world. But the fun about this save is we don't know where we're going. We don't know where we're going to end up. So you know what? Let's just get started. Let's go ahead and click this little apply all button at the bottom right hand corner. And it looks like, unfortunately for us, FM Journeyman hasn't really had much luck, as you can see. A lot of clubs are being like, no, we're not going to take you on. Even Spartacus, they were going to hire Bobby G Gaming, but they weren't interested in me at all. So, let's see. Do we have an interview? Yes, we have our first interview, and it's Hapoel Lord Rakavek. That is an Israeli team, I believe. Yes, they play in the Israeli National League. I'm going to presume that is the first division. So we have a job interview at very least. Let's go ahead and attend this job interview. We have our second interview straight away. It looks like for another Israeli team. Israel are clamoring over the possibility of FM Journeyman coming in to manage in their National League. So Hapoel Imad Iksal, let's give you a quick interview. Oh no, and it looks like Hapoel Imad Iksal have decided to go in a different direction. They will rule the day that they didn't hire me as manager. And we didn't get this job either. Benny Lord didn't want me either. That's a little bit disappointing, but we'll keep trudging on and we'll keep trying to find a club that we can call home. Right, so it's been about almost a month here and I still haven't landed myself a job. I've got 2 interviews, both in Israel. Both didn't end up very good for me, but I do have a job application in for Belarus. Come on, Lokomotiv Gomel, you know that you want me. And obviously they heard my calls. We have a job interview here with Lokomotiv Gomel. I just have to nail this interview. Oh no, Lokomotiv Gomel, you've made a mistake there. You have not taken me as your manager. You've given some Vopsev guy, Alexander Vopsev. Can't even spell Alexander right, for Christ's sake. Why would you give him the job? Alright, so you can put that Lokomotiv job behind us now. We got an interview with FC Slonim, who were apparently founded in 2017, I guess. I mean, I'm just going to presume here, obviously. I don't know what led me to that conclusion, but they play in the Belarus First Division as well. So let's go ahead and see if we can nail this interview. Maybe 4th time is a charm. Alright, and we finally found ourselves a club. I am so excited. FC Slonim 2017. You have offered me quite the deal. Thank you, sir. £425 a week. I think that's actually more than I'm making now. Anyway, top division, promotion rates 15%. Well, we're not going to worry about that. Relegation 35% of club compensation. Whatever. I don't care. Let's go and finalize a deal and let's go take a look at FC Slonim. Alright, so welcome to FC Slonim 2017, who were founded in 2012. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yes, the team name 2017 was founded in 2012, but apparently they did rename their club in 2017 to Slonim 2017. The club nickname is, I believe, Slony. Yes, Slony. I love that, Slony. And we play our home games at... Where do we play our home games? Unost Stadium in Slonim, where we have a 2,220 capacity stadium, 20 standing room, 2,200 seating. You've only got room to stand 20 people. That's a pretty limited And as things currently stand, Slonim, we sit in the relegation zone of the Belarusian First Division, so we have to get this team going and going fast. How many games do we have left of the campaign? Just out of interest, we have enough to turn this around. It's been a bit of a poor display from this season. In fact, they've only won 2 games, so maybe we have a little bit of work ahead of us. Let's go take a look at this first team. Now, on first impression, we have a superstar here. Who is this guy? Andrei Solovai, the former under-21 Belarusian player. He's quick, and that's really about it. And incredibly enough, we actually have a complete wingback at left back, Igor Matviv. He is a left back, as you can see, plays as a fullback, but he's listed as complete. I'm gonna wait to see that for myself personally. Alright, so this season, I believe Slonim, they were predicted to finish 10th in the table, and we currently sit 14th, as we just mentioned there. And obviously, we have to turn this club around pretty quickly. And if we can avoid relegation, then, you know what, they might keep me on for another season. Who knows? I believe my contract does... When does it run out? Just out of interest, because this is like I'm going to be keeping an eye on. It runs out next year, so they give me a year to try and turn this football club around. And how much money do we have? Because I'd love to upgrade my coaching badges right from the get-go. We have enough money. That's awesome. So let's see, do we have enough staff? We don't really have enough staff, so they're not going to let me go and get my badges, so I'm going to have to correct that right from the get-go, because one of the things I am doing is I'm starting with no coaching badges at all, which means I'm going to have to earn every single attribute point that comes my way. Alright, and on our budgets there, as you can see, not much to spend, not much to work with, only about £7,000 in the transfer budget. Wage budget's only £3,000, so overall, we've got very, very little to work with there. And interesting enough, we're not allowed to sign any Belarusian players, so that really limits my scope and who I can bring in. I can see the average ticket price is just £1. That's going to be absolute bargain when you see the quality of football that I will be producing. And then average season tickets, only £5. I tell you what, Belarusian football is one hell of a bargain. Alright, and of course it is my time for my meeting with my new boss, Sergei Karabinski. I think that's how you pronounce his name. By the way, don't expect a masterclass in pronunciations in this series. You're not going to get it from me. Sure, I'd love to learn about the club history. Yeah, we can do a press conference. I don't speak Belarusian, but I'm sure they'll find something I have to say interesting. Alright, and as you can see here, this is the background. No honours won. Obviously, I'd love to correct that in my time here in Belarus. Our youth facilities are actually pretty decent. I didn't expect that at all. 1.5 star, and we have 1.5 star on our training facilities as well. Apparently, we're below average on both, but that's actually better than I thought. I imagined I was going to take over a situation when I didn't have any stars, or maybe just like half a star, 1 star, that kind of situation. But that's actually pretty decent. I'm surprised. And I do have a director of football to work with, Evgeny Savon. Now, obviously, Savon would be, could be a Savon of football, and maybe help point me in the right direction to get some of these Belarusian talents in, because, honestly, I've never managed in Belarus before. I'm going to take a look at the league structure. Alright, so it looks pretty much like a classic league situation here. The top 2 teams are promoted to the highest league, which is the Belarusian Premier League, and the bottom 2 teams are relegated. As you can see, quite a bit of difference in finances between the very top. First gets £37,000, bottom gets £2,500. Right now, we're currently sitting in 14th, so that's £5,000. If we can get up to 12th place, that's almost double the amount of prize money. That would be great, wouldn't it? After that, you can see the match rules. We must have 2 goalkeepers in the squad, and we can't use any foreign players at all. So also we can have 7 subs, which is great, and a maximum of 5 views. Wow, we can make 5 subs in this league. That's actually pretty cool. Alright, so that's going to wrap up today's prologue for the series. Now, obviously, I'm going to do this in chapters. So the first chapter, that'll come out on the full release day of Football Manager 2019, which should be, in theory, a week from now. So we're going to start off here with Slonim, and obviously we'll take it from there. But thank you guys so much for watching this prologue. I hope you guys enjoyed this introduction episode. If you did, do me a favor, smash a like on it. And also, if you haven't followed me on Twitter, please follow me at FM Journeyman to keep you up to date with all the releases, etc., etc. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everyone.